Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding. S over here is finding out old warfare, throwing bodies at it, dude. He's amazed by this. Germany did the same thing. You should have seen World War I, man, because that was the name of the game. They did not give a fuck.
Well, my question is when do people start questioning, right?
People are always questioning it.
But my point is like, okay, if you're gonna keep throwing bodies at it, what makes you value us? If you're gonna keep throwing us at it, obviously you don't value us. So whatever you're saying to us is kind of nonsense in a way. Like you're not looking out for our greater interest, unless you're defending a country where somebody's trying to take you over.
I mean,
like Troy.
Like who?
Troy?
Troy? You could just use.
You could have just gone with Ukraine. I know. Like, what are you talking? Troy?
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
He's Troy. It's just like, when you just throw Achilles at it, the problem goes away.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
They said I was Achilles in a past life.
In a defensive war, yeah. I mean, like throwing bodies at it is probably your best course of action, dude. Because it's like as soon as those bodies run out, though, it's over. But you got to keep you got to keep those walls strong. But like,
yeah,
in an offensive war, when it's just like, what's the point of the war? And you just keep throwing bodies at it.
Yeah, but what motivates a soldier to?
They're not. That's the whole thing. They're not. That's why they're just getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
There's nothing really motivating, but the other, like, I would say an underlying motivation is nationalism.
No, so like for the soldier on the front line, the motivation is to stay alive and not
stay alive. Survival. It's straight survival.
And then think about it though. Like, look at the Russians are doing. They're offering tons of money to these people, knowing they're going to die. Like they're offering them giant signing bonuses to get people to be like, "Hey, I know I'm going to die, but this is for my family," because they're so poor,
right?
You know what I mean? And they know any kind of dissent's just going to get crushed because the political will in certain countries just don't have the ability to really like make change like we see in other places.
Right.
That's kind of like with ICE, right? Like ICE is like, yeah, I'm in ICE because they pay. Everything else is.
Well, let's not pretend that that 50K wasn't enticing to people.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like after a while, it like I feel like we're kind of like in a spiritual battle right now because it's like, hey, you can morally do the right thing or more money.
When has the morally right thing ever paid off?
More money? Who should we lay off? Money, more me. More money. Money, more me. That is the answer to everything is more money, me.
More money, me.
You never seen that corporate skit? I think it was on Saturday Night Live when they're like, we have to have layoffs in order to function. And they're like, how can I get more money? They're like,
it's true.
They're like, you're the CEO. He was like, quick, write this down. Money, more me. And then everybody on the board's like, how are you gonna? How about money for you? And he's like, good idea.
Next thing you know, they're on the cover of Forbes as genius pioneer in business, and he's just like,
money, more me.
I just read this thing where this dude got a job for Amazon. They moved him to Seattle from like Texas or something, and then they laid him off like 3 months later.
What?
Can you imagine that? Like picking up, moving, like, dude, I got a new opportunity. I can't wait. And they're like, actually,
wow, that's like,
yeah, that's does, dude. They call me almost every fucking week, dude, and I'm just like, hell no.
That's such a quick turnaround now.
Yeah, they turn and burn developers for the past 10 years.
And
Well,
they're
this
like,
well, no, this guy apparently was like in a corporate gig.
Oh, cool.
they're
Yeah,
like, you,
Amazon corporate.
they got what they got what he had in a span of 3 months, and it's like, all right, you
They were
taught
like,
this to everybody else.
They
We
were
don't
like,
need you anymore.
did you take all his inputs and put it into the AI? Yeah, we're good. We good.
We're
got it.
good. We're good.
We got it.
The AI has gotten it. Oh, dude, dude, AI is getting crazy too.
Oh, we've been saying this.
Oh, I
We've-
know, I'm
we've-
keeping my eye on it.
Dude, all I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. If you're gonna have AI, because I heard like AI, like I heard, this is what I heard, is that the layoffs are being delayed because you can't have too many people laid off at once using AI. Because if you have way too many people laid off at once, sitting at home, doing nothing, a revolt will happen. Same as if you have these people on layoffs, then you have, I think it was like 50 million people on SNAP or EBT, food
It's like
stamps.
40 million or something. Yeah.
40 million. If you have 40 million people that are suffering or quote unquote can't afford food, and then you have another thing on the outside is AI's coming in and laying off people on their jobs. And I think, like all of this is building to like, hey, there's going to be a revolt, a revolutionary. We have to take down the have-yachts against the have-nots.
So I heard the opposite. I heard that they're preemptively laying off people, thinking that AI will just take their place, and AI probably isn't where it needs to be to really take on the workload of the majority of humans yet.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and I think some of these people are hedging. You got some of these companies that are hedging hard. I don't know if it's really going to pay off in the short term. I think people are going to get crushed.
I
Like
think, yeah,
companies.
because especially in a consumer-based society, if you take away if you take away the consumerism because no one has any fucking money, how the
Yeah.
what's there? And a lot of people call it the AI bubble because it's just big businesses investing into each other. All the money
Oh,
is
dude,
from each other.
I love that graph. It's like OpenAI buying NVIDIA, buying this, and it's just like a
Yeah,
giant circular. It's like a
dude, look
giant
at
circle jerk.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
one big circle jerk.
Yeah.
Palantir, the fucking dude, went on fucking MSNBC to fucking CNBC to complain about people starting to short sell fucking AI.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's his face from The Big Short is shorting AI. Michael Burry.
Really?
Yeah. It's a
Wow.
bubble. I mean, it's a bubble for sure.
I do you think it's a like a man-made bubble?
All bubbles are man-made.
So, because I mean, I think the reason why it's a bubble is to consolidate it.
Are you saying is it a purposeful bubble? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
a
Okay.
purposeful bubble. Because my theory
Um,
is like, because the talk is always who's going to control AI. If it's a bubble, they can bail out the bubble and then consolidate it. That's my thinking.
I mean, here's the other thing. We're only talking about a bubble in the US. We're not talking about it anywhere else.
Right.
Is U.S. a country now? I mean, like we could get this is like I think it's like the capital of globalism. Like there
Yeah.
is no, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but all roads lead to China.
whoa.
The NVIDIA
Whoa.
CEO said they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
He
the
did
AI
just say
race.
that.
Yeah.
He said China gonna win. And I'm like, you look a little Chinese right now.
I was wondering when you were going. I knew you were gonna say that.
What? Yeah, wasn't that because at first we weren't gonna.
Oh, Jen said, Huang? Excuse me.
I can't speak Mandarin. I can't John Cena this,
Spell
man.
Mandarin to me.
Dude, oh my god, that John Cena thing was fucking wild, bro.
I can't. But
Oh my
I mean,
God.
wasn't it because like they refused to sell China a certain chip at first, and then China made their own chip just as good, and they're like, we don't need it anymore.
it was an export control. The U.S. said they could not sell it to China.
Yeah,
It was a
Right.
matter of
A lot
national
of-
security.
Right, a lot of those chips are made in Taiwan.
Right. But then China build their own chip.
No. So then NVIDIA developed a different chip that was specifically made to export
Or
to China.
China. Right. But I
Yeah.
heard they
They
refuse
Huawei did that, huh?
what I read, it was like they made a second tier chip for China.
Yeah, and the Chinese didn't want it. It was part of the trade war, though. It was like the whole thing, like, like it
Oh, is
was
that
them
what that
being like-
was?
Yeah, it's all, dude. Come on,
I don't. I
it's all a
mean,
game. It's all a
this is
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why,
dude.
like the last administration was trying to make those take those chips out of Taiwan and bring them here.
what's so great about those chips?
I mean, they're running AI. It's the backbone of like an entire industry.
Yeah, you know how like tech needs processing power. Those chips give it to you.
But would you say those chips are the future?
No, they're the now.
Yeah,
They're the
It's been
now.
now for a while.
They're the now. So I'm just confused. How come China just doesn't go in there and take it?
Well, because that was start of World War.
What do you mean by take it?
You mean
Just like-
Taiwan?
Yeah, just go into Taiwan and take it.
Because that was start of World War.
They don't. I mean, like, dude, you have Russia. I mean, like, dude. I mean, like, come
Here's
on.
the real
man.
question: will it?
That's what I'm saying.
I
don't know.
We are in the peace administration with the no new wars.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
He
No.
does. I mean, he doesn't start new wars.
He doesn't.
Nah,
no.
He doesn't.
If we have
he
a
just
two-front
throws-
war between
he just-
Xi Jinping and Maduro, that's gonna be crazy.
He
He's
just
just-
throws Great Gatsby ballroom dinners
Oh yeah, yeah, and blow up boats.
and blow up
Bad
boats.
Look, man. It's
Dude.
just like cutting off SNAP benefits and then throwing a Great Gatsby. It's just like, dude, did you read the book?
I know. Right.
Dude. We're living in a book right now, okay? We're
Is it
living
a
in the
book
Great
or a
Gatsby.
movie?
We're in the
Science
Roaring
fiction.
20s Part 2, baby.
Dude.
Bro, it's 1984 almost.
I think this is unprecedented times right now. Because like we have so many new factors that are factoring in. It's kind of
I wouldn't say
crazy.
it's unprecedented. Like, it's not like this kind of stuff hasn't gone on before. It's just
Oh,
we're
yeah?
not, like openly bragging about it.
All right, when was the last time workers were threatened by AI?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say threatened by AI, but like automation's been a thing for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Dude, think about it. Go back to the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. They were literally like, cars will never take off. You got to keep your horses. Like
And then Ford came.
cities, yeah, and then cities were built around horses, and then they're like, oh, these cars are pretty cool. I kind of want a car. And then next thing you know, they got phased out. Now people are riding horses on trails and for fun. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Fun. I don't know,
The
man.
horse industry was massive. You had your groomers, your trainers, or like when you go onto the highway and see all those cars, they used to be filled with horses.
And remember, they said, hey, dude, television, it'll never take off. It's too expensive. You can't put it in every house. Screen's too small.
Yeah, I mean, like when we switched from egalitarian society, agricultural society to
I think we need to
My,
stop.
my phone screen is like bigger than the screens that were initially on TVs and like the
Why-
freaking.
Okay,
Who wants
so
to see the moving pictures.
we need to stop
Mm.
listening. We need to stop listening to everybody then. Oh, it'll never take off. Oh, it's, like the Blockbuster Netflix thing.
See, that's
No, we
why-
need to stop listening to these people.
I mean,
That's-
one of the things
that's our
I'm trying to
main
tell
problem.
people about the AI bubble. Like, yeah, it could be a bubble, and yeah, it could burst, but it doesn't mean AI is gone at that point. Look at the .com bubble. It just
Yeah, I mean, the internet, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
companies are going to weather the storm, and they're going to take over, just like what happened with the AI bubble.
Yeah.
It's just the money's going to be consolidated into fewer hands.
Yeah, I think that's what I predict. Right?
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, Google and Microsoft are going to come out on top. Like
Did during .com.
that's what I mean, man. They know how to weather this stuff. They know they've been restructuring. They know what they're doing. OpenAI is pretty much already going to be bought by what I think
About to
Microsoft's like a big.
IPO.
Well, and I think Microsoft owns like a huge part of them, right?
They do own a big portion of them. They're gonna
Yeah.
they're restructuring to a for-profit, and they're gonna IPO.
Yeah, it's gonna do. It's a different world, man. Nvidia, they're doing that AI thing out in Europe now. Did you see that? They're like putting like $1 billion AI data center out in Europe.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
OpenAI is building one in fucking Malay country,
Mm.
Argentina.
Yeah, dude.
It's here to stay. It's whether you're going to be able to adapt. Will society adapt? You know, who knows, right?
No, yeah, we will always be able to adapt.
I hope so.
I mean,
The people pulling the levers of power don't inspire too much confidence at the moment. They seem very short-sighted and very interested in self-gain more than anything.
well, yeah, because like everything is on fire, and the AI is going to add more fire.
At least we'll get a new ballroom.
Is it a ballroom or a new bunker? That's what Mom says. It's a bunker.
A bunker for what?
We all know.
Is it he's gonna make a Fuhrer bunker? We're gonna have like fucking Downfall 2.0.
I've read some stuff that they've done that in the past where they've been like, "Hey, we got to do some renovations," and they were actually like building bunkers underneath the White House.
Right?
Like,
When she said that, it never crossed my mind, but I'm like, actually, that's
oh,
very
dude, that was like the first
possible.
thing I thought. I was like,
It makes a lot of sense to me, man.
Who knows, man? In a multipolar world, if we're gonna reintroduce a multipolar world, things might get crazy real fast.
So let's
Yeah.
just go out with a bang. Let's be as delusional.
Bang!
No.
I want to live here.
Let's be as delusional as possible, because it seems like the most delusional people get what they want in the world. So let's just start being delusional, guys.
we are
Is that-
delusional. What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just start saying.
delusional, like everything's gonna be okay. Let's not do anything.
Scott,
Smooth sailing
you-
from here.
You realize a communist is the next mayor of New York, okay?
Is he a communist though?
Is a jihadist,
Jihadi
communist.
communist.
What else have I heard?
He's also gay.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, he's like
Time
a
out,
gay,
though.
He's a gay race communist jihadist
From Africa, Indian
From
guy.
Africa, right? He's
But-
anti-Semite. He's an anti-Semite. Right?
Mhm.
Get that?
But isn't he what the Democrats wanted?
No.
No.
I mean, they eventually fell in line, but like Schumer never even endorsed him.
All right, and then who was the other guy that was racing against him? That was close.
Cuomo.
Cuomo.
And he's a Republican?
No, he had to run as an independent because he lost the primary.
But look though,
He used to be
look
the
what's
golden child of the Democratic Party during
Dude,
COVID.
That's what happens when you kill a bunch of old people during COVID. It's hard to recover from.
Well, that and pretty much be, a fucking sexual assaulter is usually that was what killed him at the end there.
I don't. Isn't that the crazy part where the Dems like, I can't have another one of these guys. Jesus.
No, I like how he went on the press conference. It's like I'm Italian, That's just what
Yeah. We like grabbing ass. What do you want from me?
what was it? Killing grannies and slapping fannies.
yeah.
But look what's happening. New York is the #1 metropolitan area, right?
Financial
It brings
capital
it
of the world.
financial capital of the world. Not a Democrat and not a Republican.
He's Democratic Socialist.
Well, I mean, he's technically a Democrat on paper.
On paper, he's a Democrat, but he's not a Democrat.
Not technically, but in name.
He's not embraced by the Democrats. I mean, he's as much of a Democrat as Bernie Sanders was when he ran for president.
But what I'm saying is Democrats and Republicans are starting to fade off. Would you say? Because I mean, the guy that came in second was an independent.
I mean,
Andrew
I
but
wanna-
he's not really. He
pathetically,
ran an independent campaign.
but
He
was,
had
like,
to because he
backed
didn't get
by-
the nomination.
Right,
and he was
but-
backed
but-
by the Republican Party with Trump and like Elon and.
But
I
the
mean-
voice, but the voice of the people.
Begrudgingly.
I mean, they could have just sided with Sliwa. He liked cats.
Dude, that guy is wild, bro.
I know. Fucking
Wild.
fucking- when I got shot in the face in the back of the cab, because
Yeah, dude.
you ever heard of John Gotti? That's who I got on the bad side of,
Why would you admit that?
because John Gotti's dead.
What
Dude,
I'm
got
saying,
shot 5 times in the back of a cab in New York, bro. He started the Guardian Angels when he was a manager at McDonald's.
Yeah.
It was like him and his night crew would go out and patrol the subways like as like
Batman.
vigilantes, dude.
They did it on
It's-
McDonald's time too.
It's crazy though. It's crazy.
It is
good for
crazy.
them.
He's also part-time cat rescuer.
Yeah.
But
So
what I'm
weird.
saying, what
Weird
I'm
guy.
saying is people are straying away from voting red and voting blue, right?
No, I think more and more people are waking up to the class divide. I think there's a big class divide in this country, and
There's only 2 classes: the have-yachts and the have-nots.
who is the have yachts? Oh, like an actual yacht?
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
I don't know, dude. I think it's 2 classes, dude. It's the gays and the normies. That's it. All right.
So which one is
Okay.
Cuomo?
Gay.
I don't know. You have Memdani, Cuomo, and Sliwa, and I feel like you are very pressed to pick out the normie on that one.
I mean, it's New York. There are a bunch of gays up there, you know?
Dude,
I mean,
it's
like,
gonna be interesting watching what happens with an let's see what like New York looks like in a year. It's gonna be
I was gonna say, because is he gonna be the one that faces that's gonna run for president?
no he can't.
Mamdani?
He's not
He,
born
yeah,
here.
he wasn't born here. He
He
can't.
was born in Uganda. You know,
Yeah.
last king of Scotland.
Okay, but is his
But what?
blueprint? Is his blueprint how he won? Because it was a big thing, right? With the Democrats, they didn't know how to win. They didn't know how to pick a guy, but he made the blueprint to win in one of the largest, the number 1 financial capital of the world, and that holds the most population of people in the United States.
I mean, yeah, he ran a great campaign. He was very charismatic. You can't deny that. His appeal really spoke to younger voters. A lot of younger voters, mostly a lot of transit people, especially. It's a good blueprint on how to move forward, and not to mention the Republican Party just kind of
Yeah.
fumbled the bag on him real bad because instead of attacking his policies, they just attacked his identity, and it was really stupid of them.
No,
Not to mention they ended up they ended up backing Cuomo, who already
Yeah,
lost the primary.
because listen, when somebody's speaking facts, they can only go at you through their character, so they just slander you. That's yeah, it's a weakness.
I mean, he ran on one thing. Affordability.
Yep.
And if there's one place in the world that's unaffordable, it's New York.
New York.
And
So
have you noticed that Trump is tweeting nonstop about
Oh.
affordability?
Dude, the Republicans are like, oh shit, people care about this. And I think one of his Trump's advisors said, the president's going to tackle affordability at the beginning of the year. Don't worry about it, or something.
Yeah. I love that too. I was just like, did you run on that?
It's crazy, dude.
Who ran a better campaign? I know the positions are different, but who ran a better campaign? That guy in New York or Kamala?
That guy in
Oh,
New York, by, like, a
Mamdani.
long shot.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Like, it's that easy. He not only did he win the general election, he also won a primary that she probably could not have won if they held it.
I think for the Democrats to win, because like obviously I think the next president's obviously going to be Democrat, right? Because Trump pushed us too far to the extreme.
So who knows?
Yeah, but he's
We'll
pushing
see.
us too far to the extreme on the other side, right? Everybody wants the middle ground, so everybody's
That's not
gonna
what
go,
he said.
Who,
He
Trump?
said, yeah, Trump said everybody loves him. Morale is at an all-time high.
And
We're
you
the
believe that
strongest-
gaslighting?
I'm just telling you what he said.
You believe the
All-time low.
gaslighting?
That's your
Or-
president.
Oh my god. I don't even there's two different Republicans. You got Republicans and then you got MAGA.
That's
And
true.
I think a lot of people are splitting away from
Three.
MAGA.
You're gonna have three. You have Republican, you have MAGA, and now you got America First. And
Well, what's America
First? America First is fucking like, Nick Fuentes and shit. Fucking
Yeah, that's true. You have that weird Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens.
Oh, because they want America first. I think we should put
they're
America
just
first.
Nazis, dude. They're just straight up Nazis. Like,
Yeah, Nick
That's what
Fuentes
they
is
are.
like, he's like, you should only be Christian and white if you want to be an American.
right.
That's kind of crazy because
That's literally what he advocates.
that's kind of
That's what he
crazy.
advocates. He also thinks the Holocaust is fake. So
That's kind of crazy too.
it is.
I don't
wildly
know.
Crazy, dude. There's like the evidence is undeniable, yet people try.
Have you guys gone down the Israel rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, I have too. I mean, like you
Careful what
see
you're gonna
everything
say, 'cause
differently.
This has to go on YouTube.
Oh, true that. I mean, I went down the rabbit hole. Like now, I see everything differently, but at the same time, it's like you can't deny what happened to them in their past. That's just stupidity.
Okay, see, one of the biggest stupid things that has been pushed since October 7th of last year was that Jews and Israel are inevitably linked. They are inseparable, and I think that's caused irreparable damage. You can't be like, oh, I'm human, therefore I am irreparably linked to the United States and whatever they do. So you can't do the same thing, to like Israel and Jews, because Israel is a nation. And the people that live in there are part of that nation. If they're for it, they're for it. And not every Israeli is down for Netanyahu's policies. But like, you can't link one small nation to an entire global religion.
Well, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. The problem is that if you criticize the Israeli government, they're on defense will slander you and call you an anti-Semite and stuff like that.
And
And they censor you if you criticize their government. They're like, hey, I know our government just sent you guys $2 billion and you're reinvesting $1 billion into our politicians so you can keep getting money and approve for these wars. And that cycle just continues and continues. And if you criticize that, then it's like, whoa, dude.
well, I mean, it's an Apex name to do that. That's what they're for,
Well, and that's, don't you think that's an issue that we have to address? Like basically our
whole is an issue.
our foreign policy has been hijacked by one country.
I think it's bad. I think lobbying around on the whole should be banned. AIPAC's just a huge symptom of the same problem. But there's just one problem, and it's lobbying.
I agree.
but here's
agree.
the thing: to them, they're looking out for themselves.
No, I
You can't blame them for what they
can't
do.
right.
You gotta blame the
system.
the politicians here who feel like, and for a long time that was a winning thing, right? Because you had the evangelicals are like Jerusalem, like that's the Holy Land. We have to
Yeah.
protect. And then the other thing is too, like I can't remember who was saying this shit, but they're saying like, Israel's out there. They're kind of like our defense in the Middle East, right? They kind of draw all the shit to them, and we don't have to deal with it. We can just pay them money, and they'll deal with like Iran or anybody else that's kind of just like kind of bubbling up and trying to make a play. The Israelis will just go do the dirty shit we don't really want to do,
Right.
and we'll just pay them for it.
Well, the problem is they start
That one, yeah, that's the problem. Is they like
Well, no, yeah. The problem now is there's like Trump and all them are so tied into it that it's becoming a free speech issue in America.
Why? Yeah,
because they're doubling and tripling down because it's also think about it too. They're linking themselves to it, and I mean they're getting pissed off at people criticizing our government, like people in America criticizing their own government. They're getting pissed off about.
Right.
Yeah,
Not to mention
right.
the anti-BDS laws are like wildly unconstitutional, yet almost every state has them.
What does that mean, BTS?
It's it pretty means you're not allowed to boycott Israeli products.
Yeah.
So it pretty much flies in the face of the First Amendment.
I think it's because like I think at least I know like the younger generation is pretty up on like the APAC thing. They're like, hey, if you take any money from APAC, we're not voting for you.
I mean, the
And
younger generation is
I know you keep saying the
anti-Israel for one reason or another.
right, but I'm saying is like
And
if you
but Israel did it to themselves in the last 2 years.
they did do it to them, but that was like for the longest time we were like we're a puppet. Who's controlling us? There's a deep state. There's somebody that's constantly controlling us. Why do we keep going in these wars? And then now it's like Netanyahu's out here bragging, coming to the US saying, hey, pro-Israel, $7,000 for a post. You know what I mean?
Shit's wild, bro.
I mean, like,
And
dude,
that dude
it's
does like so many like podcast interview tours. It's like, is
here's the problem. Where's my offer? I'd sign up in a heartbeat.
Dude,
$7,000 a post? Are you kidding me?
Dude, Chris, man, you're perfect for like your own like what is it?
Is
like
our
Mike? What's that guy's name? Like Mike Jack Ryan, whatever his name is.
Is our followers not up enough? Like, do we? I mean, we are influencers. Are we not influencing enough for that level though?
No.
It reminds me, yeah. But it could be like when what's his face, like Tim Pool and Dave Rubin were getting paid by the Russians for those really shitty videos that were getting like no views, and they were getting like $100,000 a pop.
Yeah.
For these dumb videos, like, dude, 7,000. I can get 4 likes on X. Promise.
And they get invited to the fucking White House press corps, like insane shit. Like you already proved that you'll take money from foreign entities, like our entities.
But what does that tell you though? Like, don't you just see like the corruption?
Yeah,
corruption is in your face, dude. Lately, yeah.
The administration is just worried about optics, man. It's all a propaganda war to them. They don't really care about anything else. It's all propaganda.
They really don't. I've been saying this for a while. Like I remember a couple, like maybe a month ago, I was like, it's just so much propaganda. It's just constant propaganda.
I mean, like again, look at the NYC race, you know? I mean, look what they painted Mamdani as, like a jihadist, which I don't think he is, a communist, maybe a little bit, because he's a democratic socialist. But they also painted him as gay. And like, have you seen his wife? Like, she's a fucking smoke show.
Is she really?
Have you not seen his wife?
I guess I gotta look it up now.
I guess I gotta look it up too. But what I'm, but that's at the moment.
That was the first one that popped up. Was Zohar Mamdani wife? Yeah, I'm not going smoke show.
I'm sorry, dude. There's something about like Persians. I don't know why, but like I don't.
She's not. She's Persian.
I think she's either Persian or Qatari.
She's not a good-looking Persian. I've seen some good-looking Persians. This is not top of the list.
She has the Persian nose, so that's why I'm leaning on it.
She was young.
Smoke show, Matt. You oversold it. You're
gay. No, I'm sorry. Any day of the week, bro. Any day.
She's young. She's 28.
She's from Houston. Okay, never mind. I rescind it.
No.
But that was a big thing with Mamdani, right? He said he didn't take any APAC money.
No.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Never give him anything. Are you kidding me?
He said, I'll arrest Netanyahu if he comes to New York.
APAC would give him a beeper before they give him a dime.
Damn.
Let's be real.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is like, he is the voice of the people. So, I mean, like,
he's the voice of New Yorkers.
if that's what the New Yorkers want, I mean,
Yeah,
like, dude,
that's why it's called a democracy. It's what the people want.
yeah,
Just like with Trump, that's what the people want. He won the popular vote. You can't deny it.
yeah.
Yes, right?
I just don't see. I don't see. Dude, there's how, dude.
I feel like JD Vance had a real shot, and he just
No.
no. I'm talking about in the beginning, but
Oh,
when
in
they
the
were
beginning when
running,
he didn't talk.
when he didn't do all the dumb shit, and dude, he's just completely sold out. You're like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
He's trying to get with Erica Kirk, man. Give
Oh
him
my
a
god,
so-
space to
it's
promote
getting
it.
it's getting weird. He's just like, I'm just gonna play, a troll. Like that's literally what he turned the VP into, is just being a troll. He's got no policy agenda. He has no influence.
He's on
He's just
podcasts.
kind he's just kind of a turd. He should have just been the communications manager, like at this point. You know what I mean?
You're right. I mean, like the VP is now vice president of meme lording and podcasting.
Yeah.
But everything that we learned is all for show. It's all for optics. So what are they doing in the back, right? That's not transparent. With a bunker.
With a bunker.
You know,
I guess holding
you
out. I hear the shutdown might end soon. Who knows?
Yeah. I will say this though. When Trump said he would make everything transparent, he really did make everything transparent.
What the corruption?
Extremely, extremely corrupt. We learned like you have people in the Epstein files. He denies it. Like, hey, we did, and you have so many people coming out about the Epstein files.
Stop talking
It's so
about the
crazy.
Epstein files.
You know what I mean? You have so many people coming out talking about UFOs. You have so many about like these conspiracies like JFK. You have all these people coming out. He says nothing, and the reason it's a good thing that he says nothing because he makes it clear as day. Oh. And here's another thing too, like if you talk to like boomers, like say you talk to like Mom, Marv, or anybody else, they get all their information from the TV. So it is the information that we get from the internet is so completely different from the information that you get from TV. Like these people, it is insane.
But that TV is about to change. Like CBS, they're going in a different direction. CNN is going in a different direction. What's the really left one? MSNBC, they're going in a different direction. They're even rebranding. They're all leaning towards fucking MAGA lately because MAGA is really good at imposing their will. Very good at it, especially in a corporate sense. Because
Well,
But, like-
they're also good at just weaponizing the government
Yeah,
they're really good at
yeah.
and showing that they'll follow through and just make you hurt.
MAGA is the cancer. It is the toxic. It is
But the thing is,
the
like,
group-
internet news is also very cancerous itself, dude. Like, again, like a lot of these people that were like, I am the news on the internet are being paid tens of thousands of dollars for low view videos by Russia.
So with this government shutdown, what are the do's, the cans and cannot do's? Like it's so just with the government shutdown, it just means people aren't getting paid.
Yeah, I mean,
That's basically the difference.
people aren't getting paid, but they're still working. And I mean, there's certain services that can no longer be funded.
Right. Right. Which we learned about with Snap, the air traffic controlling thing, but are there still like checks and balances in play? I'm only saying this because I don't want this guy to like commit a political coup.
Yeah, there's still checks and balances. The Supreme Court's mulling over Trump's tariffs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like those people, the United States still needs to function, and it does in a higher sense.
I mean, Congress is still getting paid. I think the judges are still getting paid. It's all the support stuff that's losing money because of the way that they fund it through but it's mostly the executive branch because the executive branch is the biggest branch, far and away.
Yeah, but like even with the shutdown, it's not like he can covered by like fiat,
Yeah.
But okay, so here's my do you think he committed a coup? Can he commit a coup with ICE in the streets, National Guard in the streets, government shutdown, and him just chilling?
Well, that's not. Well, the shutdown has nothing to do with that. It's just
Okay, that's what I
popular
wanted to know.
support.
Okay, all right.
Could he commit a coup? Not at this stage. No, he doesn't have the support to overthrow our government and constitution. No.
Well, I mean, like he's got troops in the streets.
I think that's a little overstated. Like he has
I think
troops in
that
like a couple
that's just
cities. That's about it.
it's mainly in DC, which they can do like legally because it's a federal district.
Yeah, and it's not like the entire army's there. It's just like what,
It's these
maybe 500 people at the most.
yeah,
Every
it's these
day in
poor kids who are like, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to get college money.
Yeah.
every day in Chicago, there's a new video of 6, 7, 8 ICE people
ICE is
going
different.
after. Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. They got ICE in the streets. It's not just here in Chicago. It's in LA. It's in New York, right? Think about this too. If you have ICE in the streets, and then you're okay with sending out the National Guard, and then say people lose their EBT credits or whatever, what's that gonna look like when people start going hungry? You're already used to having ICE in the streets and stuff like that. What are they gonna be used for then after that?
I mean, who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, ICE has a pretty clear mandate. They're not just like, you know, rolling up. They kept
They are
rolling.
rolling up. Hold on.
Well, I
No,
mean, they're not
they're
performing
rolling
like
up, smashing windows.
Yeah, but they're not like an occupational force, and they could never be an occupational force. They're not equipped, trained like that.
Yeah,
They
dude,
got
they're mostly a
AR-15s.
bunch of they're mostly a bunch of turds who want to have some power and think they're on the side of righteousness. Whatever, and they needed money, and then eventually they're gonna when the bills get passed for the budgets and stuff, they're like, "Oh, wait, I actually can't afford all these people. You're all let go." Like, that's what's gonna happen.
That's if we're assuming that the government
But that's one of the things that's in
reaches
a
a
lot of, like,
budget.
war scenarios when it comes to, like, the United States compared to other countries. It's almost, like, nearly impossible to really occupy the United States, you know?
A foreign well, I mean, like, unless you're like Israel and you buy all the politicians, then you could do it.
No, because at the end of the day, states are still their own entity in a way, and they could still break off. Like, do you think Israel's gonna really occupy California?
Well, alright, well,
Well, they
Illinois
already do. It's called Hollywood, motherfucker.
yeah.
I
Well,
don't think those actors I can't I wanna see George Clooney fucking,
and the
like,
music,
take
they own the
over.
music business too. A lot of hey, dude, there's a
I
lot of
Hollywood,
actors and
California's
actresses.
huge.
There's a lot of actors and actresses that are boycotting movies.
Oh, like,
The
fucking the Superman cast, you know?
Yeah, they're all Gen Z though. They all suck. That movie
but
sucked anyway.
but here's the thing, right? If the state of Illinois has said we don't want ICE in our state, they said that. The mayor and the governor and
But the
Governor
difference,
Pritzker.
the thing with ICE though is it's a federal agency.
So that's my point. So even though you guys are saying, hey, the states can still govern themselves, they're saying their outcry is, hey, we don't want ICE here.
I thought they were saying that more about the National Guard.
Yeah, and they won the National Guard case, and they left. They're back in Texas.
But there's a big case with the mayor and the governor saying we don't want ICE here.
Yeah, there is a big thing, but, like, ICE is a
Right.
federal agency. It's a huge difference between actual troops and National Guard. Like, you can't just say, like,
Is there a big
FBI
difference?
here, the CIA here. Yeah, there's a huge
You
difference because
you're
one is a trained, like, part of the military, and the other is just a government agency.
right. But what I'm saying is if you go out into the streets and you see a nice guy, right? And he's decked out in all military gear, and you're gonna sit there and tell me, oh, the difference is the mindset is different. He's an agency and not, even though he's dressed up all this military, he's got an
Well,
AR-15.
would you
He's
consider
got
the
a
FBI military?
no, because they're not
Because they have the
dressed
same
up.
equipment.
But when you see an FBI agent, what do they have? They're just in a polo, slacks, and they got a badge and they got a sidearm,
Yeah, but if they
right?
wanted military equipment, you best believe they'll get it.
I mean, that is true. But I'm saying right now, well, you don't see no ICE guy in that in slacks and a polo
I know,
and
but
with the sidearm.
what I'm trying to say is that they're a government agency. They're not capable of, occupation, you know? They probably don't even
Well,
know how to.
Well, they definitely don't because they barely know how to do what they're doing now. You know,
The National
like
Guard is pretty much like occupancy.
I mean, they buffed up ICE, and I believe deportations are down year over year, like compared to last year.
Yeah, Trump is surprisingly really bad at it, compared
They're
to like
really bad at it because they 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 don't understand how resourcing works, and it's crazy, dude. ICE is like the most inefficient government law enforcement agency out there right now. They're terrible at their job.
but they're a menace
some
to
of those videos out
society.
of Chicago are hilarious, especially people just running away and then popping and popping trying to catch up.
Dude, the ICE guy, they're so out of shape. Uh, thank God Pete Hegseth isn't in charge of those guys. Didn't you see that they just had that that court case about they tried to arrest this guy for assault of an officer because he threw a sandwich at the ICE guy, and they said, "No, that's not assault, dude.
Yeah, he got not guilty.
He got not guilty." And like the ICE guy took the stand, he was like, "Yeah, it smelled like mustard and onions," and they were like, "What are we doing here, dude? What a waste of money."
It's so silly because a lot of people, as soon as they got those badges, everything is assault.
Yeah.
Everything. They picked
Bro,
up $1 from the ground. It's assault.
bro, but hold on though. Like if you was to encounter an ICE person and you're just a civilian, a regular guy, like we're all civilians except for, you know. But what I'm saying is if you see this guy, if you see these guys decked out, mask, AR-15, bulletproof vest, sidearm with a helmet, all that stuff, there's some intimidation factor to that. And there's videos of them literally crashing into cars just to stop them, just to pull out somebody.
I mean, I get it, but like, there's a difference between law enforcement and an
I
occupying military.
I mean, they're definitely careless, and I think they can do whatever they want, but eventually there's gonna come a tipping point where they're gonna just get shut down. Like, they're gonna cause too much of a headache. I think the things you're seeing is probably amplified by social media. But if it really does start to add up, it's gonna just be so overwhelming that they're gonna have to, like, withdraw because they're so reckless.
They're already tactical enough where it's like
I'd like to see how the
they
training regiment is.
they
They're
well,
not training
they're
anybody,
not
dude.
training.
They're just
But I
throwing them
tell you
out
this
there.
Gotta
though,
be at least an orientation.
I will say this: ICE does not go out at night. Only the daytime, like early in the
ICE
day,
doesn't go to the
after like,
danger places, dude. ICE
huh?
only goes to like the tourist areas.
Yeah,
They wanna be seen. That's the thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
They
not
want to
going
be
to like the
It's
seen.
south side of Chicago. They're not going to Inglewood or
dude,
Garfield.
they are not prepared to do any kind of nighttime raids in hostile territory
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
not
because the moment they
saying.
do, they're gonna get
They are
wrecked.
done. That's what I'm saying. They're done. They're catching people while they're going to work,
like they're in
but
DC,
catch
but they're
them when
not
they're
hanging
coming
around
off
the
of
Louis
work,
Vuitton in Georgetown.
dude. It's. I mean, but but to me, just the fact that they're in the streets, you know what I mean? They feel like they have some type of power. Like they feel like they're untouchable. I think that's a big thing only because like if something was to hit the fan, there are gonna be they're armed in the streets. And I mean, like, if duty calls, they're going to fight for whatever they're told to do. You know what I mean? Like say like I was saying, like if Snap was to go down and people start fighting over food, you know what I mean? The first in line is ICE, you know?
Oh well,
Only because the National Guard's not there, they're gonna be like, all right, we'll get ICE to do it. People are already in tune with them being in the streets. They're already seeing them all over the internet. Get them to do it.
I'm sorry, but like I just can't see ICE occupying anything, occupying a city. I just can't see it.
They're in the city.
Bro,
They're in Broadview. They're in a facility in Broadview, and they are guarding that with their life. But like,
they're terrified
it's a
too.
building.
Like a lot of those guys,
I know they're terrified.
They're
I know they're
terrified.
terrified. I know they're terrified. I know. I know, and it's
They're terrified. They fucking joined up because they had like small penis.
they were broke.
They needed something to bump up their ego because they're probably spent their lives being internet badasses, and now they actually have to show up.
Yeah.
I think I'm honestly think like 90% of them is just because like, hey, it's a check. And it's a good check,
Yeah.
and it's a better check than I had
They're missing
working at
out.
McDonald's.
Because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know the economy blows.
Yeah.
And they're like, Trump wouldn't do that. That's why he was going to hire us all as ICE agents. And I need to pay for this Dodge Ram that I got a 25% interest rate on. And I need money.
Their tagline is built tough, just like me.
Yeah, I'm built tough too. And, got the stairs installed so I can climb up it.
Fuck it, I'm gonna make. I got
Just like I got to climb up on my wife.
climb up my. I got my liberal tears mug right here. I'm ready to make shit happen, boys.
Yep.
I got retweeted by Trump on Twitter. I'm good to go.
I got retweeted.
Best day of my life.
Put
He
that on my
noticed me.
fucking resume. Dude, it's like the same. Those are the same people that are on Twitter, and they literally at Donald Trump for their problems. They're like, Trump, can you look into this, please? Like he fucking listens.
Has there ever been like ICE on the streets like this before?
ICE is around. Yeah, they've been around for a while since the Bush years. The odd run-in. Yeah, it happens.
It's not being, it wasn't flaunted in your face. It's again, this is a PR propaganda thing. That's all it's saying, promises made, promises kept. Look at these guys. We sent 15 guys in and they arrested one guy. We'll see what happens. Like that's literally what they're doing, dude.
Tren de Aragua, which like 90% of America just learned about this year.
Yeah.
They've taken over parts of Colorado.
Bro.
So
it's painful, man.
So how do we detach from the propaganda? What can we realize that is true and what is propaganda?
You just gotta cross-check what you hear, man. That's what I try to do. It's tough because, like, again, the most things that get amplified on this internet, the internet we have, in this day and age, is anything that can invoke rage, anything that can evoke either fear, rage, or anger. So you just gotta cross-check because that's what everyone is leaning into because that's money, So they're trying to get those rage
clicks.
And now
I get
legacy media is leaning into the same thing. So,
Do you think there's like some type of truth to to be rage about?
There's always a grain of truth. There is always a grain of truth because you got to start from somewhere, and it's usually the truth. And then the problem is the narrative. Not really not really the source of it, but how people spin it. That's the problem.
Okay.
The narrative of it all. Because you'll see like let's take Mandani for a second. He's a Muslim, and then you'll have narratives coming out that says he's basically ISIS and he's going to put a burqa on the Statue of Liberty. That's the narrative. But the grain of truth is that he's a Muslim.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
That's just how the media is nowadays. Internet and legacy.
But he's also gay.
He is also gay, which again, his wife Smoke Show, in my opinion.
Dude, that's the weakest smoke show I've seen in a long time.
What are you even talking about, dude? You're just
No.
like, no, you're still reeling over. It's because she's Syrian, and you're still like sad over Bashar al-Assad running away from his duties.
I mean, she looks bombed out like Syria. You're right.
Do you see
That's
the
her-
fucking? Did you see the article I sent in the group chat about the fucking former ISIS guy going like banning his family from like doing any business in ISIS in Syria?
No,
Yeah.
I totally missed it. Was that today?
No, it was like a few days ago, but like, damn,
Oh.
dude, you would not see this from that administration.
Bro. Yeah, they're all about it. They're like lifting sanctions on that guy, and
Oh, they love him. It's kind of crazy.
it's fucking weird, dude. I don't like it. Yeah, dude. Her nickname's Aleppo.
Aleppo.
Is it really?
It is now.
Look, dude. I don't know, but like, if there's one, I love New York. I love New York. I am like, I don't know if there's like a term for it, but it's like close to racist against New Yorkers. I fucking hate New Yorkers so much.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, Morgan. Yeah.
New Brooklyners.
I love that video. And she's like, "We don't say that." Have you seen that video? It's
And
so
he went
funny.
back. He went
Yeah.
back.
He's like, "What do you think?"
Their accents are terrible, and not to mention they think they're way better than everyone else, and I hate that. I hate that about New Yorkers.
And they can't play sports.
They all think
Boom.
they're artists, and their art is ass.
That's a CIA psyop. Banana taped to a wall. Art.
As an official Chicagoan, way better city is right here. Which
I don't know about that. But
no, it's true. But Chris, you should. Be,
No, he said
You-
no. It's true.
all I know is that Chris, you should be excited. All right.
For what?
what am I excited about?
New York just elected its first Muslim leader.
Okay.
Chicago got its first pope. You know.
Yes.
That's true.
So
That's
all
true.
I know is that something big for Judaism is about to hit LA.
Da Bears.
The Pope.
Da
Pope.
Pope
All I know
There's
is
something
it's a
big-
sign.
is gonna hit LA. It's called Hollywood. We already went over this, dude. They
Yeah.
already own it. Really, the other way around. It went Hollywood.
So what
You
you're
know,
saying? What you're saying is like
Chicago,
the
New
Messiah
York.
spoken of in the Torah is about to just touch down in Hollywood, LA right now.
Dude, it's already happened. You just went the wrong way across the country. It started in LA,
It
then
started.
it was the
yeah.
Pope, and then it was New York.
Dude.
Hollywood is-
They.
Damn.
I mean, they also. I guess they also own the music industry too, which is kind of.
I mean,
Crazy.
If you're listening to Kanye,
I mean, dude, we shouldn't go down the Kanye rabbit hole. We've already been going at this for too long. I can't.
Did you
do
know?
that.
Did you guys know what's his name? What's his campaign manager?
Fuentes, and Milo,
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Milo.
Milo and Fuentes, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, bro.
Yeah. They're pretty crazy. I mean, Milo has been funny. You know,
I don't know who that guy is.
Milo was huge in like the Gamergate early Trump campaign. You know, he was the snapback, trigger the libs. I'm gay, but I'm proud conservative, blah blah blah. And then he went the
Trigger the libs.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
huge in that part. He was one of he was one of the founders of it all. But then his whole life crumbled because he came with the whole like, it's okay to touch little boys kind of shit.
Yeah, he was like a pedo.
What?
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
that-
pedo.
Yeah, he was like,
Oh my
he said
God.
like it's like kind of like for like young gay men or something. It was like a rite of passage or something
What?
to be with like an
Oh,
older.
man.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
He was on the
And then
Epstein list.
And then next thing you know, he's like, I'm straight. Like it was.
Then he turned to Christianity and became
Yeah.
straight. He went the whole Russell Brand route. And
I was about to say that, dude. He took the Russell Brand playbook and he's like, I'm still really flamboyant though.
Every time there is a sex crime, man, you just gotta turn to Christianity.
Yeah, you gotta get saved, baby.
And then fucking, and now he's back in the limelight with Kirk's death and shit. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's wild. And that's who Kanye was like, this is my guy.
Yeah. No. That
This
was like 2 years
motherfucker.
ago, 3 years ago, right? 2, 3
was the
years
last-
ago.
Yeah,
The last election, 4 years ago.
well, the last election was last year. So
Oh, the one before that.
was it the one? Was it 2020?
It was
Yeah.
When he did it?
2020, but he tried again in 2024. It was 2024 when he went into that dinner meeting at Mar-a-Lago with Trump and asked Trump to be his vice president.
Oh yeah. What was the one when he went on Alex Jones and Alex Jones was like, this is a little too much for me.
Yeah.
Netanyahu. Yeah.
Dude,
He went in on. I know.
That shit was crazy. When Alex Jones is the voice of reason, you know you done fucked up, dude.
He was like, this is Netanyahu.
Yeah.
And I'm
Alex
like,
Jones.
help this man. He is being used so bad.
Alex Jones said when he took off his mask, his eyes were like
He was
so
talking in a Sonic
dilated.
episode, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, do you believe in the stereotypes? Like, is Netanyahu the guy that's pulling all the strings?
I mean, he's been around for like 20 plus years. I don't know if he's. Well, I mean,
he's come in. He's been in and out of power, right? Like it just,
or in and out of public imagery, or you know what I mean. He could be outside or then in the shadows, and then because I mean, obviously he has a
I mean, how can you be the leader of Israel and like always quote the Bible? It's so weird to me. That part's really weird to me.
I mean, he also don't forget he grew up in America. Like that's why he speaks perfect English.
I mean,
he grew up in America.
Yeah, he went to school in Philadelphia, right?
He went to school in Philadelphia, but I'm pretty sure he was born in Israel.
He was born. He was born and raised in Israel.
Like no, he went to school in America. He came here when he was like 12 years old. Yeah. Why do you think he speaks with like an American accent?
He's really good at speaking.
Why do you think like every time something happens to Israel, the planes to America is like huge? A lot of Israelis are just American.
Well,
there is. Yeah.
Because I remember I watched his the BB Files a while ago, and they were talking about he grew up in Israel, all that stuff, like how his brother was killed by a Palestinian hijacker and stuff like that.
Libyan. No, he saved that Libyan hijacker. No, he was part of the team that recovered the hostages of Gaddafi, his brother.
His brother was the only one killed.
I think he was killed later, but I think he was involved in the German Olympics at that. I think in the 70s during that one hostage crisis. I think he was involved in that.
But he was born in Tel Aviv.
Bro, he graduated from high school in Pennsylvania.
I still can't get over how like after the Kirk assassination, he made a video saying Israel was not involved.
Dude, yeah, it was
red
like,
flag.
Oh,
that's a red flag. I think that's a red flag. Like, who else is gonna? Why would you step out and say that?
Conspiracy theorists at that point, you know, you can't blame them.
It was not us.
He didn't do it once. He did it twice. He said it twice,
and he just doesn't look trustworthy. He just looks at the camera like this.
I think also because they've had such bad PR, somebody was like, we got to get ahead of this. They're going to try and blame us. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then they made the video and nobody had said anything. And then everybody's like, oh wait, what the fuck?
Well,
like,
hold on.
This is weird.
Do you guys think the Charlie Kirk assassination? I think now that it is a professional hit.
I do not think it was. I think it was just a disgruntled dude who was really upset with his manic boyfriend.
Right. Nah, man. No,
think it's
because
like a lot of these assassinations, man, are
You think that
they're
kid
not
was a
government.
professional assassin?
He wasn't. Like
if he pulled the trigger, if it was
was-
him that pulled it, here's the thing: there's too many. I think it's a professional hit only because there's too many red herrings. There's so many red herrings. There's so many different observations.
What are the red herrings?
that's
The red
a lot of
herrings
these, like
are
high profile shootings, dude. They're
It's-
just a dude who decides one day to just do it. You know,
the only red herring conspiracies are being pushed by like Candace Owens and your boy Ann Carroll because they're looking for a reason to connect it to Israel. That's it. That's literally it.
Nah, dude.
Yes.
Who's that?
Yes.
What about the old
Yes.
guy, George Zinn?
The guy who got arrested because he
Yeah.
was trying to stop because he was a protester. What about him?
He wasn't a protester. He didn't. Said it was me. He put his hands up and said it was me. I'm the one who shot him.
Yeah.
How often has that happened? Almost never. It was just a perfect storm, it seems like. But like I fully believe like the Kirk assassination, it was just some kid who decided to take him out. Like
Don't be so naive,
I'm
man.
not.
Don't be so caught up by the people trying to brainwash you into thinking it was a conspiracy.
Yeah, the
I think it was a professional.
It wasn't a professional hit. The dude was
Bro,
22 years old.
If a guy came up and said it was me, right? To give like he could be a patsy. Hey, I'm paying you to be a patsy. As soon as the shot goes off, how do you know there was going to be a shooting? Oh, it was me right away. Dude, what?
So
And then he gets arrested?
Why would they professionally hit Charlie Kirk, especially during the reign of the Trump administration?
Have you not been seeing
Candace Owens?
No, not Candace Owens. The tour. What is Charlie Kirk's thing?
The Turning Point.
Turning Point. Have you been
You
seeing
think
the
his
Turning
own
Point?
organization had him killed?
I'm not saying that.
Valuable alive than he was dead.
I'm-
I mean, people don't
I'm
even
not-
care about him anymore.
I'm not
Turning Point won't recover from his death.
Hold on. People do still care about him because we wouldn't be talking about him.
Recover from
I know they're not recovering, but I'm saying is, have you, even though they have questioned Israel, right? Look at all the people that are going to Turning Point, right? All these kids asking JD Vance, a couple other high known like politicians. Are you taking APAC money?
This is just
but-
amplified propaganda, dude.
This is just them literally trying to use his death for their own benefit.
True.
It's actually
But-
pretty disgusting.
Yeah, like, during this whole election last week, last Tuesday, they were just like, do it for Charlie, and they lost across the board, dude. They were trying to beat that corpse for fucking votes.
It's pretty bad, dude.
I'm saying look at what these kids are questioning these politicians at his event. They're asking the Israel questions though.
He was a
They're
huge
asked-
Israel supporter.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
He was, yeah.
He might have been, but they said at the end of before he was killed, he turned on Israel.
He turned on it in private texts. That's a whole lot different. Like, why would you, if a guy is just like,
hold on, what
text, and God knows a lot of these grifters on the internet, they will say a lot of shit in private, but they won't say it in public ever.
But if he's not,
it's fine.
but if he's not taking their money and he's saying in private or in public, what's the difference? He still turned on them.
Then why is Ian Carroll and Candace Owens still alive?
I mean, I don't know.
Why
Do
is
they
Nick
have
Fuentes still alive? He's a grown.
I don't know. But I'm not.
One of their own who probably won't publicly turn on Israel. That doesn't make any sense.
But what I'm saying is look at the kids that are going up to Turning Point, whatever, and asking these politicians these questions, right? You can't deny that.
They've been doing that forever, though.
Asking
Turning
about
Point's just
Israel,
been growing.
about their alliances. How many people ask about Israel?
Yeah, but the thing was like Kirk was
Been pretty popular the last 2 years.
Kirk was a very charismatic mouthpiece. at the end of the day? Why would you kill
gonna-
someone who could easily convince these kids that Israel is actually the good guy? And
Well, would it?
have a vacuum of people and instead kill him to make way for like a figure like Nick Fuentes, who's filling that void, who is
What was a vacuum,
fervently-
right?
fervently anti-Israel. That doesn't make any
I'm not-
sense.
I'm not claiming that they killed.
Here
Uh,
you go, Scott. Well, Benjamin Netanyahu was also the ambassador to the UN in the 80s for Israel. And during that time, he became really good friends with Fred Trump, the father of future US President Donald Trump.
Oh wow.
It's right there. So, just saying.
He was also one
Just
of
say-
the
Just
he was
saying
also-
what?
He was also one of the figures in the hearings for the Iraq War.
That's true.
For
Sure.
Netanyahu?
Netanyahu, yeah, he said in order to finally kill off Al Qaeda in Afghanistan and Iraq, we need to go after Iran as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Didn't Netanyahu also say, like, when 9/11 happened, that this is really good for Israel?
I don't know about that.
I've heard people say that, but I've never seen it
Oh,
anywhere.
you should look it up. You should look it up.
This sounds like the dancing Israelis thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it
kind of
could be.
does. Yeah.
That's a huge thing with anti-Semites.
Well, I mean, like, before you label it, you should just.
The conspiracy about 9/11 is not Israel is a red herring in itself. The real thing about 9/11 is that we're allies with the country who did it.
Well, Saudi Arabia, right?
It's Saudi Arabia, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the real conspiracy. I mean, like
They
the
were-
Riyadh
well-
Comedy Fest. The Riyadh Comedy Fest. They were hanging out with Osama bin Laden's son.
Yeah,
He's got
but
so many of them.
yeah, he's got like 60 kids. You can't really.
Yeah.
He also has a kid that owns a restaurant in Baltimore, dude. Like, what
And
are we
the- and
talking
the-
about?
The Bin Ladens are one of the
Look at
richest
60
families.
kids is what in 8 billion.
Wait,
All
what?
I'm-
Would you say?
All I'm
There are
saying
8
is,
billion humans in the world, and you managed to hang out with Osama bin Laden's one of 60 sons. I'm sorry, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because they're rich.
yeah,
You
there
don't
was
think-
one.
I get it.
Let me ask you this: they were hanging out with him. Is there a maybe he bought the VIP pass because he can afford it?
I'm sorry, but as soon as I know your last name is Bin Laden, I'm just like, wait a minute.
Didn't
Oh my
Bin
god,
Laden-
that
didn't-
reminds me. I was flying back yesterday from this work trip, and we were getting Ubers, and my buddy was like, "Oh, you don't see that every day. My driver's name is Osama." He's like, I thought that name was like Adolf. Nobody used that anymore.
Dude, I
Then-
mean, I would fucking pause if some driver was named Adolf. I'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but as an
Then-
American, when you see Osama, you're like, ooh.
Next. Hit the next. Swipe left.
I'm looking at the name Joseph because I'm firmly against Stalin.
"Oh, is that too? Yeah."
It's just, I don't know. That Riyadh Comedy Fest, man, it was weird to me. It kind of made me look at them like, I don't know, something's going
Okay.
on.
Okay. But here's the thing. Do you guys trust Benjamin Netanyahu?
No. He's self-interested.
I don't trust any I don't trust any politician at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't trust him either.
So, like,
neither.
why would you? They have their own interests. We have our own interests. And if the U.S. feels like it's in our interest to support that country, they're going to do it. That's why they support, Saudi Arabia. That's why they're supporting Syria. That's why they're supporting whatever, pretending that they're going to go save the Christians in Nigeria. Like, it's all made up, dude.
It is all made up.
That one was weird.
Because it's made up. And there's different levels to these, to like business and politics, because everything is geopolitical now. Like, that's why I said, like, America.
Superpower. It's kind of our problem.
You say it's our superpower, but really we're just we're capitalists. We're a capital for globalism, right? It's
We are a capitalist society, yeah.
but America's not a country. It is the capital of the globe. That's what I'm getting at. And when you reach to a certain level when it comes to like politics, it it transcends like businesses because now you're looking at bigger business deals. You're looking at resources. You're looking at what this country has to offer instead of just looking at a company. I feel like they had we have entered in a transcendent part where business is now looking at countries. I mean, like, well, this is just opening to me at least because I'm going through the political thing. But now I see that all interests is just like, what does this country have to offer? Can I cut a deal with this country or whatsoever? You know, it's more elaborate business dealing with countries than from business to business.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the macro. At the end of the day, it's all a zero-sum game.
Right.
That's the way they view it, right? Is like, if I have less power, that means somebody has more power and influence. Therefore, I need to have as much power and influence as I can to stem everybody else's. It's that simple. That's literally when international theory, it's the realist theory of international relations.
And what's the theory?
It's called realism.
Mm.
There's like realism and there's liberalism, right? And one realism is saying it's all power. It's all about self-interest and it's zero sum. If I have more power than them, therefore have the advantage. And that's what it is. And then liberalism is a little bit different where it's more like, countries have self-interest, but then they also have like mutual interests and like it's a little more uh um it's all about like what can benefit the greater good. I'm more of a realist. I think it's more about like, hey,
Self-interest.
it's
Yeah.
all self-interest and I'm only going to ally myself with you if it's in my own interest.
And it's been
Yeah.
on
Until
full
it's
display lately.
until it's not.
Yeah.
We've
I
been
agree.
throwing our weight around his entire administration, and yeah, people crumble beneath our feet.
I c you know, when you say America first, I I just don't think we're like a country anymore.
A lot
You
of
know what I
people,
mean?
a lot of
I
people
just
have different definitions of America first. To like, I would say like half the people who adhere to it, or at least the administration is just making America the most powerful nation, the most richest nation, to enrich the people who make this nation. And to the other side, it's just let's just focus entirely. There is no geopolitics.
political
There's no nothing. We're
politics.
just going to be isolationists. We're only going to focus inward. So there's like it's like basically Stalin versus Trotsky when it comes to this. You know?
Do you think do you
There's the
think Chi
internal communism and the external communism. There's the internal America first, there's the external America first.
do you think that's how China is beating us economically is because they were isolated? Quote, unquote,
China is
isolated?
global. Their Belt and Road Initiative has been a huge success, in my opinion, for them.
Well, they're global now, but I'm
We're also
saying,
the
like,
manufacturing capital, and we need them.
back in the '90s, though, do you think they were like, "Hey, we're just gonna work on us, and then we're gonna start branching out"? Because
No, I think they said, "What can we offer the world that nobody else is offering?" They're like,
cheap labor.
we have labor and we have the ability to potentially maybe build infrastructure quickly because of all the labor.
They kind of took the opposite Russian approach, you know. Russia just threw bodies at war. They threw bodies in
Right,
factories. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. But
And
but in turn, it, like because they didn't throw bodies at war and they threw bodies in factory, they built themselves up to being up there with, being a superpower. I mean, like, when's the last time China's bombed a country that we've heard of? I mean, like, they probably bomb countries all the time, but we never heard of it.
I mean,
Or,
it's
like,
not to
when
pretend they have some conflicts. I mean, with like Tibet and India, they still do, but
yeah, correct.
they're not peacekeeping.
They make better deals than America, though.
Well, they build up other countries, where
They make better deals for
void.
themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also like really holding hostage a lot of these third world nations. Saying like, hey, we'll build this port for you. You're going to give us a 99-year lease, and if you default on it, then we take ownership.
Mm.
And they knowing that they can't pay them back. Like literally, that's what they're doing.
The European standard.
Well, I only say that because like they don't.
If you love China so much, why don't you move there?
Well, I'm only like because like China doesn't throw bodies at war. We throw bodies at war. Russia throws bodies
They throw
throws
bodies
bodies at
dude.
war.
You can always do that. I mean,
But
they are having like an unemployment problem right now.
I mean, we don't know. We honestly don't know. None of us knows anything about China because we're not over there. We don't see. There's no boots on the ground. All we get is
We don't have
propaganda.
military boots, but they have a booming tourism industry.
Yeah.
People like to go to Guangzhou, fucking
Shanghai, all that stuff.
Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, still taking a lot of visitors. It's not like people know what's going on in China. People don't know what's going on at the tippy top of China.
Okay, but what was a better approach? Throwing bodies in the factories or throwing bodies in war?
I mean, throwing bodies in factories is ultimately the lesser of two evils. You not only build your own country, but people are still kind of alive.
It's both at the same time.
It's both because I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you that because during the Industrial Revolution, that was during World War One, or was it?
No,
Or was that before?
It was in the late 1800s. Economy needed factories and whatever, and it was just like this like self-perpetuating engine. It was just the economy was red hot. You know what I mean?
We had all these, we had a booming, technological. We had the land, we had the resources, we had everything, and mostly because we were just a huge country, compared to Europe.
Yeah, and then think about it too. Like these businesses were starting up as factories and stuff, and retooling and supporting the war effort. So then when people came back, there's all these extra jobs and companies to come back to, and then they had learned how to retool factories and do stuff and find niches and move on. It's pretty crazy actually.
Because Europe had to rebuild after 2 world wars, and we were just
we were isolated, not because like the homeland wasn't attacked.
Yeah, that's why everyone says our biggest line of defense is just the ocean.
Well, I mean that's so true. So why don't we go back to that? Why don't we go back to being isolated? Why don't we go back? Because nobody's attacking our home front. We're attacking their home front.
If we suddenly, like, let's say we pulled out all of our troops, all of our bases, and just isolate ourselves, the world will be thrown into chaos.
How so?
Well, Israel will probably fall immediately. Taiwan will fall immediately. Ukraine fall immediately. Europe will probably be facing some invasions. The Middle East will devolve into chaos, especially with Iran expanding. China will probably end up expanding. The only check it has is India, because India hates China. But India will probably be like, ooh, this is a good time to take out Pakistan.
So here's my thing. Would we be safe through all that chaos?
We weren't safe during the world wars because we thought the same things. The Zimmerman telegram in World War I, and then Pearl Harbor in World War II. We weren't safe then. Eventually, it finds us because we were isolationists then, and even before that, we were isolationists. But
so
war still find us, like the Spanish-American Civil War, the Spanish-American War, that found us.
How about this? Would you take a gamble and pull back all the troops, let the chaos happen? We sit back and we watch, patiently waiting, see everybody's military might, their power, what kind of weapons they have. And then once the chaos kind of settles down just a little bit, then we'll get pulled into the war, win it, reclaim the superpower and reclaim everybody else's.
Why would you want to fight a war that you can just not let happen by just not doing anything? Do you want to fight that war?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, like through a world domination perspective, right? You pull back, you see what happens. You let
South Korea
China
fall too. Sorry.
but you let everything fall. You let China do its thing because then China will butt heads with Russia. You let them fight it out, and then once they're fighting out, you just
Yeah,
false
but like,
flag attack,
if you've
come
seen
right
any
in,
war
swoop in.
post World War II, dude, it doesn't exactly go like that. You can't just swoop in and win. It hasn't happened in like 60 years.
Also, what if the opposite happens? What if they're like, hey, we're not going to go to war? Now is our chance to be the hegemon of the world, and they retool the global order, and we're on the outside looking in, being like, hey guys, we're still here.
Next thing you know, we're surrounded by bases.
We could cut a deal.
And the next thing you know, China's like, hey, Mexico, what if we build a base right there on your border with the U.S. to protect you?
We already
There
fucked up
probably,
our
honestly,
relationship
there
with our
probably is one.
neighbors. They might fucking be more receptive.
You know,
So then we are in a world war.
always. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right. So the last thing I want to say is, who you guys got this Sunday? Ravens or Vikings, baby?
Ravens.
My coworkers
Done.
were asking if I was gonna come in because
Yeah.
Bob is in Minnesota.
Say that again. Say that again, Ben. Who you picking?
Ben, I'm thinking fucking Ravens.
That's what I thought.
I told you over and over again, we're not gonna lose another game.
Our coaching has gotten better. Our
We're not
defense
gonna
has gotten.
lose a game. We're not gonna.
Our
lose
defense has
another
gotten.
game.
But hold on though. Our last game, if we weren't playing the Dolphins, because Lamar Jackson looked rusty. He looked
He was just
You know,
rusty. Let him shake
he-
off the rust.
he looked so rusty, but he played so good, which is so like crazy.
AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Apparently, people didn't think he was that rusty.
Nah, dude, he was not calm in the pocket. He was not hitting all the right reads, which
Let
is
him shake off,
crazy.
dude. It's not a big deal. Oh,
But I'm a
Fire
little-
Zach Orr. Fire Zach Orr. I don't care.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous though because Minnesota is 10 days of rest and whatever, so he's going to be rusty coming back too.
Who's their quarterback?
JJ McCarthy.
He's back in,
Yeah, but they beat the Lions last week.
and the Lions have been a disappointment all year.
No. Do not look past Minnesota.
I'm looking.
That's
past
what they
Minnesota.
want you. Oh my,
I'm
dude.
looking past Minnesota.
Nah, dude.
Sorry.
Look. The football season is a war, and each game is a battle.
Tyler Huntley beat the Bears, and they're like the top. So
And
I'm looking
Tyler
past
Huntley-
Minnesota.
Tyler Huntley would have beat the Rams too.
He would have, but guess what, dude? Guess what?
He would have beat
So
the Rams,
if
Chris.
the Bears can lose to Tyler Huntley, Lamar can beat the Vikings.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
Ravens will win. It doesn't matter. It's going to be 31-14 Ravens.
Yeah.
Yes, and that defense has tightened up. All Lamar has to do is score.
The defense has tightened up. The defense has tightened up, man. Let's go. All we need is a pass rush.
We need 10 points in the first quarter, and then like one touchdown every quarter after that.
Game.
In the past 3 games, nobody has scored more than 13 points.
Good. Let's keep it like that. I'm still saying 13. I'm gonna say 31-14 is my guess.
That's kind of high. I say 32-10.
32. What the fuck kind of 32?
Yeah, I get Tyler Loop in there. Get him in there. I mean, even 10 points is even kind of high. Actually, it might be. I would say 32-12.
No, dude.
4 field goals.
No. Zach Orr will fuck it up a little bit. He'll make us worry.
Zach Orr has Chuck Pagano and Dean Pease. You can't. They fixed.
on our payroll.
Yes.
Damn.
Then why won't we just fire Zach Orr and move back? Like, just
I don't-
move on, dude. We had
I
to
don't
bring back
know
our
why.
last 2
I
defensive
don't-
coordinators to be like, hey, we're gonna like, what are we doing, dude?
I think this is a general thought. I'm pretty sure Zach Orr blackmailed his way to the top. He's got Harbaugh in compromised
He
situations.
got Netanyahu to call hardball.
Because,
Yeah.
dude, how do you
Harbaugh
have
took
two?
$8 of APAC money.
You have two proven defensive coordinators, and you are still paying this guy that's messing everything up. It's unbelievable to me.
Look, they've tied up. Maybe it was because of Zach Orr. Okay, Chris.
Nobody
obviously-
believes that. Nobody believes that, dude.
Chris obviously doesn't have the faith. He doesn't have the faith in it.
I don't. You know my feelings on this. So
Look, I think the Ravens won't lose another game. Whether it's close, whether it's a blowout, doesn't matter. We're beating the Vikings. Fuck the Vikings.
hey,
Who cares?
It's just
They have
the
like
Vikings.
one good player, and that's like that fucking MLB they got.
Dude, hold on though. If we beat the first of all, it's crazy that we're in second place in our division. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
no, we're catching up.
crazy.
We're
We're in
catching
the
up.
what's crazy is we're not in first.
Yeah,
That's the
all-
crazy part.
True. 'cause
we
the other
started
teams are
1-5.
ass.
That's
We
what I
started-
mean. That's the crazy part.
1-5, and all we
That's
gotta
the
do.
great.
That is crazy. That is crazy. But we're but we gotta look at where we're at right now. We're 3-5, second in our division. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson, second in the NFL for passing touchdowns. Remarkable. He's been gone a month. It's remarkable. I mean, like he's going. If he takes our team to the playoffs, right?
Well,
If he does, and he will, if we do go 12-5, unanimous MVP. Unanimous. You cannot, you know what I mean? You cannot. If he's not MVP and he takes us 12-5, they have got to get rid of the voters for the NFL. They need Kash Patel to do an investigation on the NFL because too many people are getting robbed right now.
They're just gonna make it one vote Trump. That's it. He picks. I pick the best. I know the best. The winner, well, the MVP is really me, but I guess I'll have to pick one of the,
Speaking of Trump, dude, fucking DC, bro, what is happening with that team?
Oh,
What's his name got hurt?
What a fucking expose, dude, on the
Not been
fucking
good.
Washington Commanders. Not good. Jaden came back this week and showing was awful. I'm not picking them
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah, they suck, dude. There's a lot. It's been a kind of a crazy season. Like you can't take anything for granted. Like it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Oh, and shout out to Nancy Pelosi. She retired.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
Thank you, San Francisco, she says.
Yeah.
This is dude, are you gonna move to San Francisco and take her spot?
What? No.
Why not?
Because I'm coming for Governor Pritzker. Yeah.
That's more of a pipe dream, but okay.
Yeah.
You can run for an empty seat.
No, I could take down Pritzker. Are you kidding
No,
me?
you can't take down Pritzker. What are you talking about? You're gonna run?
I'm
as a
not fat.
Republican?
You're gonna cause an earthquake if you take that man down.
Oh, the bigger you are, the harder they fall, man. I'll
Bro,
run
he's-
Republican.
Dude, that kid. If Pritzker goes down, there's a poor child that's gonna be crushed underneath him.
You're like pretending he's the troll from the first Harry Potter movie.
Are you? He is giving us scraps underneath the stairs.
Yeah, it's
Are you
him
kidding
and
me?
Chris Christie, dude. They're just like it's just gross.
Dude. Are you
I'm
kidding?
just
Dude.
saying, an open seat is better than an occupied seat.
No, I want the throne.
Illinois is not really the throne you think it is.
Dude, I could take it.
Why don't you just become mayor of Chicago?
Yeah, I mean Brandon Johnson is definitely a one-term guy.
Did you see Brandon Johnson gaslighting everybody on his speech on No Kings?
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Just straight gaslighting
That's
people.
what he
I'm
does.
like,
I didn't have my residency was not in Chicago yet, so I couldn't vote. So
he's a Democrat though, Jordan. That's your guy.
he's a Democratic socialist, actually.
Democratic socialist.
It was two
I like all-
Democrats for mayor.
Why is it? There's so many.
It was 3 Democrats for mayor. It was him, Beetlejuice, the before mayor, and the last.
Why is there so many labels?
Because politics is is not black and white.
Bring back Blagojevich.
No.
I'll bring him back. He'll be the hand to the king. I'm bringing him back if you vote for me.
So you're gonna run as a MAGA because he's MAGA.
He is MAGA now. Well,
Hold on. MAGA is its own separate entity.
Which Blago is a part of. So
Okay, well,
He's the last real governor that state ever had. You know.
we are all divorcing from MAGA. We're divorcing MAGA. It's got to go. MAGA's got to go.
Whatever.
All
All
I-
right.
We're
be
divorcing
careful
MAGA.
about running for office in Illinois because there's a 50-50 chance you're gonna be in prison. So just
Oh,
like
I think it's like almost 100% chance you'll be in prison.
Well, they will free me. They'll be like, let my people go.
Dude, Pritzker's getting ready to go to jail from the gambling money that he made. Dude, that was just purely a
No,
bribe, dude.
Hey, dude, who do you think you are, man?
man playing black.
Oh, my
What
Oh.
1.4 million in blackjack?
Oh,
Bro.
who are you, Dana White?
One does.
What is
Bro,
he, Dana
I
White?
bet
Dude,
Trump
get
has
out of
gambled
here.
more than that.
what kind of a billionaire gambler is like, I might as well claim this income on my taxes. No, dude.
No,
like,
dude.
Responsible billion. A billionaire claiming taxes is amazing in itself.
The corruption is unbelievable, dude.
If he's the governor, when's he have time to spend $1.4 million and also in winnings? It's in winnings, dude. What are we talking about?
He's really good, man. He's just
When's he doing it? I thought he was running a state.
No, he's winning. He's playing blackjack. He's saying, hit me, bro. Hit me.
What does he have the time to do all these podcast tours? He's
Oh
a
my
retired
God.
veteran.
Netanyahu with his.
Doesn't his son
my-
like live in Miami or something?
His son is in asylum in Miami,
And his
talking
silence.
trash. Talking trash.
Oh, yeah, well, if he goes
Right.
if he goes back, he'd have to go fight in Gaza.
Dude. Oh my God.
All right.
That is all the time we have left. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank God.
To Bag Society. This is
Mm.
Jake signing
Bags.
off.
This is S.
This is
Champ.
Later.
Watch it. Go Ravens. Pritzker, future president. Peace.